Hello everyone. 8 weeks of school holidays start in just 5 days' time. So today I thought I would tell you about the plans my daughter and I have for the mansion this summer. I asked her to give me her top 5 priorities and she's given me 7. So without further ado, here is our list of the 7 things we hope to achieve in the mansion before school goes back in September. And at the very least, this will give me a very good laugh in September when I look back and realise quite how little I have managed to get done. So wish me luck, I will do my best, and hopefully I'll make at least a little bit of progress. My daughter's number 1 priority is the addition of a library in the mansion. As you can see, I've just started it by attaching a cardboard box to the left and near the bottom, just above the crocodile room in the mansion. And I have put a sloping roof on, and I have just slipped in a random piece of cardboard to start working out where I might want the mezzanine level. And she just wants it to be full of books with a bit of a balcony attached here, you see, to the back kitchen. So I'm going to be making an awful lot of books this summer, if all goes to plan. Coming in at number 2 is a slide, a secret tunnel slide ideally, starting up here in the owlery and coming out all the way down here, you see in the carve right at the bottom of the mansion. My daughter would like me to enclose, finally, these secret entrances and exits, and she would like the babies at the very least, hopefully I think the children as well, to be able to use this passage, the secret passage, as a slide. So I'm going to have to make secret curtains or doorways or bookcases or something to hide the entrances, as well as a very soft landing for the babies to come out on so that they don't end up getting damaged. I'm going to make it, I think, out of toilet rolls, masking taped together, maybe enlarged a little bit and cut open, of course, so that I will be able to retrieve the babies should they get stuck halfway down. This is going to be an interesting one, so wish me luck. Coming in at number 3 are the mushroom steps. I promised her back in May of last year, so 2025, when I demolished this partition wall up here in the roost, and I made a video of it called Demolishing the Roost, that I would put in a staircase made of Fimo or oven clay mushrooms, fungus, coming all the way up here so that the Sylvanians could use this doorway to come out onto the balcony and then walk up and around this support to get up to the attics here. This should be quite an easy one, and I'm actually really looking forward to it because it shouldn't take too long. It's nice and creative, it can be done quickly, and hopefully it should give quite a nice effect. So I think I might do that one quite quickly and get it over with. Number 4 is the cladding or the render outside the nursery and the squirrel room here. She has said she would like it finished and looking really nice and neat. But since we have had this chat, I had another idea, which she has now approved. And instead of just boring cladding, we are going to make another mini extension to the mansion. And we're going to add a craft room that you can access, you see, via this little walkway here. There's a little bit of a passage. Oops, there's my phone. And it's going to be propped up on some sticks. It's going to have a flat roof with a little rooftop terrace or a garden and a balcony, and it's going to be where the Sylvanians can come and paint or do some claying or crafting and get lots of mess everywhere and hopefully look very sweet. So that should be quite fun, but more work than I had originally envisaged. Number 5 is also going to take up a little bit more work than I had originally hoped. Back when we started making this mansion, we thought we'd have this little teeny tiny cardboard nook or corridor passageway here for the the Van Dyke otters that my daughter says are weasels because they look very, very much like weasels. Here is the mama otter. I think she's very sweet. And the reason for having a tiny weasel nook is because my husband and I have a weasel, or fouine in French, a weaselly type thing, living between our bedroom and the outer wall. So in what used to be the insulation in our bedroom, and we hear it scuttling and scratching and squeaking around, and my daughter really likes this for some reason, and she wanted one too. But the mansion has grown so much, and the Sylvanians have grown in number so much that she has changed her mind, and we did think that it was going to be far too tight actually to be able to use and play properly. So she would like me to make a secret hidey hole for the baby Sylvanians instead. So I think I shall be extending the sitting room wall out slightly, probably to about here. And then hidden behind a sliding passage or a picture or a bookcase or something, there is going to be a little tiny box extension, probably similar in size to the one I'm using for the craft room, which will just glue on this way or this way to the edge, the outside edge of the mansion, and it will be a secret room for the babies, possibly with another rooftop terrace. I'm not sure. It should be fun. I hope. Fingers crossed. Number 6 is quite simply to finish building and decorating the crockery, the platform at the back where the crocodiles live, and the swimming pool, which is that area that is half covered in stones at the front. And finally, task number 7 is to change the configuration of some of the entrances and staircases currently planned in the mansion. At the moment, the main stairs takes you, where I've actually made them, up from the main kitchen through this tiny, tiny little hole into the dining room. And I thought that since the mansion is getting so big and there are so many more Sylvanians in it, and we have so many more rooms than when I started, that it made much more sense to come, here we are, through the kitchen, which is the main entrance. There's the front door there, you see? Come through this doorway here, through the kitchen into the back kitchen, and then through the back kitchen, up the steps, which I haven't made yet, into the library. And then from the library, there will be a little platform coming out here and some bark steps going up and around. A bit like the mushroom steps I have planned, but I think made out of bark this time, all the way up. So from the library here, step, 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 up to the dining room. This means that I can either close off this tiny passage here, or leave it as a secret passage covered by a mirror or a bookcase or a picture or whatever, and then have the steps from the dining room up to the sitting room here instead, with a little platform and some steps, probably a really good way to hide off that secret passage anyway. And then, instead of climbing up this very tall staircase up to an even smaller doorway up here into the bathroom, I can do some more spiral steps from here in the sitting room, blah, 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 again using bark probably or something else, up to the bathroom, and create a lot more space and make it much easier for the Sylvanians to get from room to room. I think it's going to work. I have a plan anyway in my head, so we'll see how it goes, but that's one I think I'm actually quite excited about working on this summer. And there you have it. 7 tasks, 8 weeks, and this week, but I don't think anything's going to happen this week because it's very busy and we are making teacher presents and getting ready for the end of term and going on holidays and all of that kind of stuff. So I shall see how much work we actually get done. But I quite like this as a motivation. I feel really excited. I'm looking forward to working on the mansion and seeing how much I actually get done by the end of the summer holidays and the beginning of September when my children go back to school. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time then. Goodbye.